Big city, bright lights. Standard nights about to take flight. See what's up for the night. About the sleepy feet hit the street. See what's up with my currents. Sweet maintain what I maintain. If I wasn't true to the game, keeps me sane. Trust me.
Hi, I'm Terrence, Ridgeway, and welcome to this segment of Keeping It Real in Niagara Falls. And here I have Robert and Tina, very good friends of mine. Okay, we're going to talk about God-given friends. I know Robert for 40 years.
Plus.
Yeah,
about that long.
And he always been there for me. You know, that's a God-given friend. Through thick and thin, we was there for each other.
Yeah.
Then Tina, he brought Tina came into his life. And she's my daughter. She's like my daughter. I gave her away at her wedding. And it was a beautiful wedding. You know, God worked in mysterious ways. So how do it feel, Robert, to travel back and forth to England and, you know, doing what you do?
Sometimes it can be time consuming, takes a lot out of your pocket, but you know, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would. I found the right woman.
Yes.
And I just love being with her. It's if I had it my way or we had it our way, this would all be done. Wouldn't be no more traveling, we'd be settled. And we wouldn't have to go through all the rigmarole that we have to with the customs, immigration, paperwork, all that stuff. It's time consuming. It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
But every time something comes up that we have an issue with, I just look over at her and I see what the end result's gonna be. And that's what keeps me going.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Because I remember when we used to run around and at your wedding, your brother said, it's a miracle when God combined two people together as your soulmate.
Yes.
You know, and that's a beautiful thing. And I watched the change in you. You know, and Tina, so what do you think? What's your input on this?
Oh, when I first started talking to Robert over the internet, you know, I was a bit worried, you know. Sorry, big black man with dreadlocks, you know. Seen them all on the TV. The children were a bit worried, you know, Mum, you don't know what he's like and all this. But I saw something in his face before we even started talking. There was something, it was his face. There's a kindness to it. I can't explain it. I was just intrigued by him, by his personality, and I thought, yeah, I'd like to get to know this person. So after talking for a while, I said about coming out, and he said yeah. So I went and booked the tickets and came out.
Book the tickets in the middle of the conversation. Yeah. What are you doing in 3 weeks? I'm like, I don't have any plans. Why? She goes, good, because you can pick me up at the airport.
And I found coming out here, it's given me my sense of what family and friends mean again. Okay. Because the year we got together, I lost my mother, and our family has kind of drifted apart since. So when I come out here, I have that again. I have that sense of family values, and my friends that I've made out here. And you.
You heard it here, America.
You know, they've got big hearts, a lot of love. And that's me. I've got a big heart and I've got a lot of love to give, and I like to have the love back as well. But mainly I like to give it. I like to help people, I like to meet people. And I've done that since I've been with Robert, and it's been fantastic.
That's great. Because Tina helped us out at the one of the food drives we had at the church at on East Fall Street East Boston 19th Street. She helped us out, so she do like to give. I know that. I like to say one thing. I was the first guy that Robert introduced Tina to, and you know, this when I say God sent, I mean God sent, because I was going through something at the time where, and I don't mean to put you out there, baby girl, but I was hurt. You know, don't take it the wrong way. Talking about my daughter got married, and I wasn't there. You know, 'cause I didn't know about it, and I was hurt. I was real hurt over that. You just don't know how much that bothered me. A week later, you came to me and asked me to give you away. God healed me right there. And I really appreciate that. I mean, I was in tears. I was in tears over that. That's what friends are. You know, if you're hurting, God will take care of you. You know. Now, another question is, how is it in England? Is it like, here we have a lot of violence, we have kids hurting kids hurting adults, kids not listening to their parents, you know, no brotherly love that much. How is it overseas?
I think you don't hear about gun crime or anything like that in England so much, but you do hear about the crime. We found in the recent years there's been a ring of paedophilia, and I saw on Facebook today that one of my friends was saying that they have now arrested a nurse because they found kiddie porn on her computer, and there's been a lot of that. And but gun crime, shootings, you know, deaths and murders and that, you don't hear a lot about. Not over in England. You get silly kids doing their stuff, you know. But apart from that, there's been a few knifings, you know, but mainly in the big cities. I'm lucky where I'm situated, because it's away from the big cities, and it's down a nice area of England. So,
Nice and peaceful.
oh yeah.
Oh, yes, very much
Yeah.
so. Yeah, because every time there's a stabbing, the whole neighborhood knows. Everybody's calling each other, they're sending messages. Oh, somebody got stabbed. I mean, it's like the biggest thing going on out there. They, you know, most of the people I've seen that do crimes, it's more of a nuisance. You know, burglary, stuff like that. And they get caught anyways, but they do silly crimes. You know, more like menace to themselves than they are to society. You know, because a lot of them don't want to grow up out of it. And culturally, the men, not to say anything wrong about English men, I love all my boys to death, but a lot of them culturally are immature.
Yeah.
And they are like how a guy our age, they act like they're still in their 20s. Like they haven't gotten past the 20s, 30s era. Yeah. And they still live with that. You know, a lot of guys, and they drink early in the morning too. Whew. But, you know.
They know how to drink over
there. Yes, they do. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they do. They start like 6 in the morning. Yeah, but I mean, as far as culturally, the violence isn't there. You don't really see too much. No. You know, and it feels good that me being African American, I can walk down the street and not be looked at in a way like people would here. Locking their doors, you know, closing their windows.
Or black guy coming.
Walk across the street. You know, they look, they say hi, they look, I look, we catch eye contact, I say good morning, good evening, hello Dow, how are you? I say just casual stuff, you know, just to make them smile.
He makes the old women giggle.
Oh,
Okay.
the old women, the old women love me. The old women love me because the one time when she was in the hospital, I said, thanks, darling. No, thanks, Dow. I appreciate it. She says, oh, I feel great. I'm the oldest doll working in the hospital. Yeah, that was funny. But I mean, I can be myself. You know, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. I can be myself, and because people scream Americans, British, and this and that. But they have their ins and outs about them. Where she lives in that area, they individualize you. They don't care where you're from. If you show respect and love, they're gonna give it to you tenfold, and you don't have nothing to worry about. I can be somewhere, and if I was to get caught up in something, and one of my friends out there seen it, they would literally be totally involved, not even knowing what happened. That's just how they are, because they believe in, if you're a friend for life.
Right.
And they're gonna give you that love and respect as such. And I've never had any bad tidings. I might get the odd, corny joke that they might crack, but other than that, they don't use the N-word at all out there. That they don't play that.
Like.
They don't play the race card out there.
No.
You will go to jail, and it's not us that somebody's gonna tell. It's somebody outside hearing it that's going to overhear that and make a call, and that's how they deal with it. And the police down there, they don't carry guns, but there are some big cats though. Oof. Look like old pimped out Regals, got the shininess, the pointy hats, and and I met a lot of them, and good people, really good people, and to this day, every night I look over at my wife when I'm laying down, I look at her like, thank you God, I appreciate this. That's all. I put my hand on her head, then I'll just pick on her all night. You're all right.
Who does that?
That's a beautiful thing.
That's my buddy. That's my soulmate. It's just something about us that it connected, and I can't explain it. You just know when you feel it. There's no words. You can tell people things all day. People that know you are gonna say one thing. People that hate you are gonna say another thing. People that are with you, they still got their doubts because of past, but nobody won't see the present, then look towards the future. And that's what I had to do. I had to let go of all my past and just be accepting to whatever was coming to me. I got on my knees one night, lonely, crying, tired of all the mess I was in, and just said, God, please send me an angel who will just accept me for me. Because every time I've asked for a specific type of individual, that's what I got, but I've been missing something. Just send me someone who is suited for me. And a couple months later, we started talking on Facebook again, and just went from there. Because we met in 2008 on Are You Interested? That part of Facebook when it first started up to build up the friend list, and we just been there ever since. That's my diamond, my Wheezy.
Wow. and that ain't no Jerry Springer stuff. So don't get it twisted.
Nah, we don't argue, fight, scream or yell. No, we do 2-hour punishments. I'm not talking to you. and that's about as strong as it gets.
Yeah.
And another thing, America, this is the Pallbearer.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have CDs out, and you're gonna hear one through the segment. You're gonna hear one of the CDs. You might even see one of his videos. The Pallbearer has. Every time you make one, I get one from him.
Yes, sir.
No, you're trying to fight me off. I only got one. Hey, give me one.
Yeah, I
Then
got
you end up
signed
mentioning his code.
All right, there you go.
Giving it up. That's what we do. These are two very nice people. They're real. They're people that keep it real with you. And they're soulmates. This is a beautiful thing. Because I watched him through the years how he changed after he met Tina. After Tina came in his life, he's a whole different person. We used to go to the bars together. We used to, fights and women, and oh my God, it was
never ending.
never ending.
Oh.
not even knowing who you're waking up next to or what's coming at you the next day,
Yeah.
because we did so much stuff together. But I watched them change. I watched it change. You know, I love being around people like this. I mean, Robert and Tina never went against me or anything. I went through my stuff, my mess. It was always there. They're not the people that kick you when you're down, like we get sometimes. You know, when you get kicked, you're feeling so bad, you get kicked by the person that you think love you. They always boost me up. So I know that's true love.
Never judge you.
I'm in the family. I'm in the family.
Never judge you.
Never.
No.
Never have.
Might get a. Today's not the day to keep telling jokes, Rob. Not the move for your jokes, Rob.
Yeah, because he's a jokester.
Can you be serious just one time, man? I'm trying to talk to you.
He's
You
a
know,
jokester. But when you hear that in my voice, he comes through.
Yeah.
And he put the jokes aside. He might talk a little junk.
That's what brothers do.
Yeah.
You know,
We became blood brothers when we were, what, how old? We cut ourselves.
25, 26.
Yeah, and we touched
Cut
each other.
our thumbs. We all, it's like 5 of us at a table like this. We all touched our
Yep,
thumbs in
touched
the
our
middle,
thumbs.
became blood brothers.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember that.
Ever since then.
Yeah. And, you know,
Took that serious.
we've been best friends even before that.
Yeah.
You know, we argued every now and then.
Middle school, high
You know,
school.
Yeah. He kidnapped me a couple times, took me up to Canada. Hi! But I mean, it was all good, you know, it was some of my mess.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful
So
thing.
it was.
So, any last thoughts that you want to throw out?
I just want to say, man, I'm so proud of you, Terrence, what you're doing, all that you got accomplished. You know, when I talked to you when I was in England, and you telling me, check out my site, check out my site, check out. We're looking everywhere for it, couldn't find it. She was getting frustrated. Then finally, you popped up, and we sat back and watched it like, okay, nobody said a word. And when it was done, we just looked at each other like, go ahead, Terrence. High five. Go ahead, boy.
Yeah.
Do your thing. She's like, how do you say it? Get on, boy. Go do your thing, Terrence. And you know, and see you come a long ways. And
He
who you-
used to frustrate me so much because of what he used to get up to. But I can honestly say that he did me proud at my wedding, on the wedding day, walking me down the aisle and being my surrogate daddy.
And we had fun.
And he
Yes,
has
we
made
did.
me proud now for what he's achieved over the last few months and everything that he's doing.
Yeah.
And I just hope he keeps it up.
I will.
Yeah.
I will, because you know, I'm at the stage where if I give up, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's it.
I'm way over 25 years old, where there's no coming back, you know, because I'm up there in age now, and I like to give. I like to help people. I love to help people.
Yeah.
I like to see people smile. I'm also a chef. I make dinner and watch you eat it. I won't eat it. I watch you eat it because I like to see the smile on your face.
Yeah.
You know, we had dinner tonight.
Yes, it was
Yes,
gorgeous.
we did.
Robert's still licking his fingers.
I think I still got some food underneath the nails. That's I'll get to them later.
I was gonna put that on film, but you gotta buy that book, you know, because it's in the book what I made today. I made fried chicken and ranch potatoes. It's in the book. Please buy the book. You know, to support Hannah House and
Yeah, because I hear there's a wedding in the upcoming future.
yes it is. Yes it is. Hi. That's right, America. Terrence is gonna
Watch this
propose.
space.
We're ready. We're ready. I still got my suit.
That's gonna be my best man.
Still got my
Definitely.
suit.
Got mine too.
Uh,
And this gonna get used. You know?
Sir.
Yeah, so you heard it here, America. I'm keeping it real. With Robert and Tina, and I thank y'all for coming.
Thank
These are
you,
my
Terrence.
friends. Keep watching.
Bye, America. We love you.
Peace. Y'all did good. Did real good. Did real good.
Big city, bright lights. Spend the nights about to take flight. See what's up for the night. About to sleepy feet. Hit the street. See what's up with my currents. Sweet maintain what I maintain. If I wasn't true to the game, keeps me sane. Trust